Hello everyone, this is Ankita, and for next couple of weeks we'll be covering Power BI for understanding data more deeply, to explore data and understand how we can use Power BI to make more informed decisions. This tool is really fantastic for decision makers, so let's just dive in. For today's video, we'll be going with a CSV file, that is comma separated value files, and you can easily although open these files in Excel, but they do not carry the features that an Excel file can offer you. For example, having multiple tabs on an Excel file. Excel workbook, you can actually have a couple of different tabs, and you can look through these different tabs. You can work on filters, you can use the coloring features to differentiate between text and save that entire analysis. However, CSV is a flat file. It simply helps you store data, save data in the and view it in a tabular format. But all those extra features that Excel offers, it doesn't offer you. The good part with CSV file is that because it doesn't really offer all these additional features, so it takes really small space on your storage on your disk. And in case you really are referring to other tools such as Power BI or other data analysis tools, in that case, storing your data in the CSV file is a better option, for this reason, simple reason that your actual data analysis is going to happen in a separate tool, and you are simply using CSV file as a staging area, you can say, to keep your data. So that way it is taking really small space on your disk, while the actual work that you need to do with your data can be done using all these additional tools. So now coming back to Power BI, this is the Power BI desktop app. As you can have a view on the top bar that you can see there. On the right hand side, you can see all these different things, that is filters, visualization, and your fields. So since there is no data here, it is giving us the message that you haven't loaded any data yet and get data. So we'll just go on to that part about like how to get data. So you can get data from here, or you can pull down from here. If recently you have used some sources, you can click on this and just reconnect to the recent sources. So how it works in the background is something that we'll cover in the upcoming videos. Then all these features would make more sense to you, and gradually one by one we'll dive into these options which are there in the ribbon. And this ribbon works more or less exactly like you might have seen in the Word or PowerPoint or Excel. So you can just expand it or collapse it. And on the left side you can see report, which is basically the charts and graphs and the data visualization options that you can see here. And here is the table. Once the data is imported, you can see the table here. It basically gives you the headers, which after importing the data we'll just look into. And if there are multiple tables, it gives you that flexibility to actually connect these different tables and pull in the data for visualization from different tables as well. So we'll just dive into these in next couple of videos that we'll be coming up with in the next weeks. So going back to the original screen, which you see once you actually open the Power BI desktop app. After this, as I mentioned to you, that we'll just get data. So we'll go on the home. I'll take it step by step. So very simply I'm going. So the common data sources are already listed here. As I mentioned to you that we'll be going with the text CSV option. So I'm clicking on here. Here I have got the student performance CSV. So I'll click on this and I'll just wait for it to get imported here. You can see the truncated table. This is the primary data that I took from the internet, from Kaggle to be specific. If you have got some proprietary data or your private data, or if you are just exploring, in that case you can take any data off the internet, but please do ensure that your data needs to be clean. Ideally, if there are no null values, as a beginner it would be easier for you to handle it in the Power BI. Else you would have to click on the transform data option and work on that transformation. Again, it's a beginner's video, so I'll not go into all these different options as of now. But as we will mature in the next weeks with the Power BI usage, Power BI desktop usage, we'll explore all these options. So here I'm loading it up and just waiting for it to create the connection in model. So that is the language that Power BI uses. Once this Excel file is, the CSV file has been imported, you can see it is here, right here. It shows the data last refreshed. So the data refresh is a great feature that Power BI offers you. We'll talk about it in a while. And here you can see all these different columns which were there, and this summation sign basically is against those columns which carry the numerical value. So it gives you a much easier way to have a look at which column are actually your numerical value column and which column carry the categorical sort of values and data there. So this is done, and after we have got this data here, we can start building the charts. So in this video I'll be just covering the data, how to import data using the CSV file in Power BI. In next set of videos we'll be developing this report or the data visualization aspects using this data to understand what all information we can gather out of this data. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.